Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful morning, so I decided I'd read outside with you guys for a little while. This morning, I'm actually going to read a specific passage from Shadows of Fire, Memoirs of a Life in Transition. This is book 2 of my fictionalized memoirs. My name is Charles Firecat Burnell, and I'm an artist and an author, and usually when I come on here and do live readings, I ask people to pick page numbers, and I will do that, but if you'd like, I want to start though with a specific passage. I think it's really important, no matter what challenges that you're going through, that you seek help and support. It's not a weakness to ask for help. So, anyway, I'm going to read this passage. This is page 303 from book 2 of my fictionalized memoirs. When Kat started counseling sessions, she temporarily abandoned job hunting. I hate my job, but there is only so much I can do at once. I want to be successful, so I need to not overload myself. Maybe after I've been in counseling for a while, I will feel better about myself. If I'm feeling better, then job hunting will be easier, and I will get a better job. In the meantime, I need to work on myself. The first evening visiting the counseling center, she was very nervous. The staff were friendly, and the counselor was so calm, the cat immediately began to relax when she sat down on the oversized plush chair in the counseling office. The first visit was really just introductions. The second visit, they dove right in. Kat indicated that she wanted to start first by focusing primarily on addressing her anxiety being around other people. If I always get anxious around new people, I'm never going to be able to get a better job or make any new friends. Most sessions, Kat spent the bulk of the hour talking through her tears. Sometimes, when she felt like she really needed some extra support, Kat would call up her counselor and ask, "Can you schedule me for a double session? I don't think 1 hour is going to be enough this week." Spending 2 hours in the room, Kat managed through a lot of pain. When Kat returned home after counseling, she was exhausted. She fell asleep quickly and slept hard. In the sessions, she rehashed memories of being alone as a child. Sobbing, she described in detail the way she used to abuse herself. Trying to break down all the little pieces of self-hate that she had built up, she released pain that she had long forgotten even existed. She shared memories of being teased and learned that many of her inner demons were just voices repeating the same things the kids used to say to her when she was a child. I hated being alone. We moved into the Walnut Creek house when I was in the middle of 4th grade. I was not good at making friends. The kids in the neighborhood teased me about my name. They teased me for not knowing how to ride a bicycle. They teased me for being weird and different. A couple of girls in the neighborhood were nice to me. We did start to develop friendships, but they didn't know what to do with my emotional roller coaster. They didn't know how to respond to my depression. Kat concluded that she must have created her own loneliness by isolating herself from other people. Spending afternoons alone at home, I spent hours yelling at myself for being ugly. I knew there must be something terribly wrong with me because otherwise I wouldn't be alone. I believed that I was alone because people didn't want to be around me. My mother had left me. Dad was always gone. My dad's girlfriend made it clear she didn't want me either. All the kids playing outside with each other were too mean for me to be able to handle being around them. I wanted to play with the boys, but they didn't want to play with me. I didn't like being a girl. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't graceful enough. I didn't like myself at all. Hold on 1 second, I'm going to pause because there's a very cute little kitty cat at my feet wanting attention, so I'm going to see if she'll come up here for a second. Ruthie Poo, come here, Kiki. Yeah? Come on, sit up on my lap. Oh, it's okay. This is Ruthie. Ruthie's a sweet kitty cat. Yeah, Ruthie's a good girl. She's a sweet, cute cat. Okay, now that I have the cat on my lap, let's see about getting back to the book. Alright, Ruthie. We're going to read some more. Let's see now. Let's see. Spending afternoons alone at home. I spent hours yelling at... Oh, I already read that. I felt so much pain inside. I wanted to be able to control it. Attempting to control my pain, I inflicted pain on myself, hitting my head against the wall in the hall over and over. I tried to knock myself out. Oh, she's licking me. She's such a cutie. I only succeeded in giving myself a bad headache. Deciding that the wall was too soft to be effective, I moved to the bathroom. Hitting my head against the bathtub, I prayed for a concussion. I would tell myself, perhaps if I am knocked out when Dad comes home, he will find me. Perhaps if I have to go to the hospital, he will discover that he misses me and will actually want to spend more time with me. Would anyone really miss me if I was gone? If you're just joining me, I'm reading from Shadows of Fire, Memoirs of a Life in Transition. This is book 2 of my fictionalized memoirs. She's such a cute cat. She's licking me. And this is from chapter 28, entitled Strong and Beautiful. Kat's counselor listened, nodding her head. Tears stained the young woman's cheeks and blurred her vision. The image of the room swam around her head. Breathe in, breathe out. You can do this. This is a safe space. The counselor listened and took notes. She asked leading questions, but really let Kat lead with whatever was on her mind. Eyes scanned slowly around the room, meticulously examining the details. Time seemed to have stopped, perhaps was moving very slowly. Frame by frame, Kat felt each breath under her lungs and enter her lungs and exit again. Frame by frame, she took in the details of her surroundings. Desperately trying to regain her vision, she reminded herself to breathe. If you're just joining me, I'm reading from Shadows of Fire, Memoirs of a Life in Transition. This is my second book in my series of fictionalized memoirs. I'm working on writing book 3 right now. Aimless is book 1. They're both available online with most online booksellers, barnesandnoble.com, howellsbooks.com, and of course Amazon has it. So if you're interested in what you hear, please check out my book online. You can also find links to it on my website, abstractperspectives.weebly.com. Anyway, I'll get back to reading. North and south walls were painted in a yellowish sort of eggshell. East and west walls had been prepared with a rancid chocolate. Floor to ceiling, navy blue curtains covered southern bay windows, allowing only enough light to keep the room feeling thick and musty. The smell of campfire smoke entered her nostrils. Kat winced. Keep going, you've got this. Just breathe in and breathe out and focus on what you know is real. The northern wall was bare, except a few small photographs, strategically placed across the wall. Each photograph was a point of view picture taken by somebody on a body of water. Each was in a black and white, neatly framed with a black metal frame and a thin sheet of glass. Below the photographs, the counselor sat perched in a padded chair next to a small table adorned with a conservative lamp. The eastern side of the room contained a door and one large framed picture. Kat gazed at the picture for a moment, examining the simple print of a flower in 3 colors. Breathe in, breathe out. She felt a strong tug at the side of her head, urging her to look towards the end of the room. The western end of the room was the darkest. Kat glanced briefly at the small bookshelf and box of toys. Something painful was trying to demand her attention. She averted her eyes, looking again towards her counselor expectantly. The simple lamp gave the counselor a soft yellow aura, reminding Cat she was, in fact, safe. As the counselor paused, Cat took a moment to catch her breath and steady her vision. The counselor handed the young woman a box of tissues. "See how strong and beautiful you are? You can cry and remember the pain, and still you have made it this far, because you are a strong, beautiful woman." Cat thanked her for her support as she filled the wastebasket with tissues. Along the western wall, hiding behind a book on sexuality and human psychology, a secret passageway sat waiting. Musty smoke drifted down the alley, revealing only the shadow of a boy crouched down, leaning against the brick wall. "I don't feel strong. I feel weak and tired. I am tired of feeling weak. This is not helping. You just don't get it." He pulled at his hair, weeping empty echoes. All right, I'm going to stop there. This was a passage from chapter 28, Strong and Beautiful, from book 2 of my fictionalized memoirs, Shadows of Fire, Memoirs of a Life in Transition. Book 1 is Aimless, Memoirs of a Life in Transition. They are both fictionalized memoirs based on my younger years. The first book, Aimless, is based on my childhood and adolescence and teen years. And then Shadows of Fire is based on my early adult years, when my first child was born. So, if you like what you hear and you're interested, please check it out online. Again, my name is Charles Firecat Burnell, and my books are available with most online booksellers, including Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and Powell's Books. And you can also check out more about me by visiting my website at abstractperspectives.weebly.com. I hope you guys have a great Thursday. Don't forget your towel.